Hello and welcome back to Football Daily, and it's that time of the week again. It's transfer talk. The transfer window is firmly shut, but that doesn't mean the rumours have stopped, so we pulled together the most interesting of the week. And if you hear any transfer rumours yourself, remember to tweet them in with the hashtag transfer talk to me or the Football Daily account. Also, if you're new to the channel, make sure you've hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications to never miss one of our daily videos. Let's get into it. To kick things off, we head over to Manchester, where it looks like Pep Guardiola is in danger of losing one of his most prized possessions. According to The Guardian, Real Madrid are keen on making Raheem Sterling their next big signing next summer. After failing to lure Neymar and Mbappe in the last transfer window, reports suggest that the forwards agent held talks this summer, and it seems that Madrid will offer £200 million for the player in 2020. The England forward has won 5 major trophies since joining City in 2015, and his recent form has proven he is amongst the elite in the game. Last season he scored 25 goals in 51 games as City claimed their first treble, and this season already he has 7 goals to his name. New signing Eden Hazard and Luka Jovic have struggled to make an impact as of yet, with the Belgian failing to get off the mark and the Serbian is yet to feature at all. El Mundo Deportivo claims City sporting director Bigaristane is aware of the interest in Sterling and is planning a fresh contract renewal for the 24-year-old. But if you were Sterling, what would you do? Stay at City or join Real? Let us know in the poll above. Our second rumour this week involves Bayer Leverkusen star Kai Havertz, and according to reports, Manchester United have been told how much it would take for them to sign the German forward. £90 million is the figure being mentioned, which will make Havertz United's second most expensive player in history. However, with their recent form in front of goal, this would be a signing that Old Trafford faithful would welcome. Other than Paul Pogba, who's just 2 assists, United have no central midfielder with more than 1 goal involvement in the Premier League. The 20-year-old would solve a lot of their problems, as last season he registered 70 goals from midfield and notched up 4 assists too. Havertz still, however, has 3 years left on his contract, and although they may have the funds for the German, they face fierce competition from Bayern Munich, who are considered as the front runner to secure his services. He has been capped 5 times by his national team already, and has admitted he is happy with his current situation at the Bay Arena, saying, "I'm happy to stay at Leverkusen for 1 more year. What happens next summer will be experienced in the future." If United are to get their man, they'll have to spend some big bucks. We stay in Manchester, where Ole Gunnar Solskjær is determined to fix his striker problems. After getting rid of Lukaku and Sanchez in the summer, the Norwegian manager needs to get in some reinforcements, and the first striker he's monitoring is Bournemouth's Callum Wilson. According to ESPN, the English forward is at the top of Solskjaer's list of targets. Last season, the 27-year-old scored 15 goals and registered 10 assists in 33 appearances, more than Rashford, Martial, and Sanchez. This season, he has already started better than all United's forwards, scoring 4 and 6 in the Premier League. Another man that OGS is monitoring is Fenerbahce's Vedat Muric. The 25-year-old has started the season well, scoring 4 goals in 6 appearances, and has had experience scoring on English soil, netted for Kosovo in their 5-3 loss against England earlier this month. Fenerbahce will be reluctant to lose Muric anytime soon, with the striker only joining the club in July for £3.1 million after impressing for Seiko Rizespor, where he scored 17 goals last season. But if you were Solskjaer, who would you prioritise? Wilson, Muric, or someone else? Let us know in the comments below. Now down to Merseyside, where Liverpool are reportedly keeping tabs on former Arsenal wonder kid Donyell Malen. The 20-year-old scored 5 goals last week in PSV's victory over Vitesse, becoming the first player since Marco van Basten 35 years ago to score 5 goals in the Eredivisie. He also added another strike in their midweek Europa League fixture, leaving his tally for the season at 11 in just 14 games. Malen joined the Gunners from the Ajax Academy in 2015 and was a star in the North Londoners' youth teams, scoring 27 goals in 67 games and being dubbed the new Thierry Henry. His departure came as a surprise, as some Arsenal fans suggested in multiple fan articles that it was a bigger loss than Alexis Sanchez. According to Transfermarkt, the forward is valued at around £70 million, but with his recent form, we're sure this will be doubled by the end of the season. Arsenal are also keen on bringing the Dutch forward back to the Emirates. However, PSV already believe he is 100 times more than the sum they paid Arsenal, just $500k. According to ESPN, no fewer than 45 clubs have asked PSV to keep them informed of their plans with Malen. So if he is to return to Arsenal or head over to Liverpool, it will not be a simple task to complete. On to our next transfer now, and yes, this does sound a bit strange, but RB Salzburg wonder kid Erling Haaland could be on his way to Leeds. The Norwegian striker has taken this season by storm, scoring 18 goals already, including 4 hat-tricks, with one of those coming in the first half on his Champions League debut, where Salzburg smashed Genk 6-2. Back in 2017, Haaland spoke to newspaper Aftenposten while playing for Molde and said, I want to be the best. The dream is to win the Premier League with Leeds. Now this rumour might be a bit of a stretch, but his father Erling Haaland, whose career was famously ended earlier following a tackle from his bitter rival Roy Keane, played for Leeds between 1997 and 2000, making 74 appearances. The Whites were incredibly close to re-entering the Premier League last year for the first time since 2004, but fell short at the playoffs. They currently sit at the top of the championship, and if they carry on this impressive form, Haaland might just follow in his dad's footsteps. Now we head back to Merseyside, and it looks like Klopp might be going up against Real Madrid and Barcelona to land the signature of Fabian Ruiz. The Napoli midfielder has caught the eye of Europe's biggest teams after he was named the player of the tournament at the Under-21 Euros, which his side eventually won. A left-footed midfielder who thrives with the ball at his feet will give Liverpool something they haven't got yet. So far this season, the Spaniard is averaging 92% pass success rate with 2.3 key passes per game, more than any Liverpool midfielder this season. He also averages 2.5 shots per game. The closest red midfielder to that is Henderson, who averages just 0.6 per game. The 23-year-old is now an integral player to Ancelotti's side after coming in from Real Betis in 2018 for £26.7 million. Napoli will be hoping to keep the Spaniard, and after rejecting a £40 million bid from Real Madrid in the summer, Klopp will need to pull out all the stops to get his man. But with the German admitting in the summer that his club can't compete financially with other big clubs, maybe we'll have to wait until we see Ruiz in the Premier League. Now on to our main story, where we're back in Manchester, but this time it's not about a player, as it looks like Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's job is at risk, and his apparent successor is none other than PSG's Thomas Tuchel. French outlet Le Temps Sport claimed that United are lining Tuchel as their alternative if OGS fails to steer the club back to the top. This comes just 6 months after the Norwegian signed a 3-year contract with the club, and with their recent form, we can see why. After their heroic win in Paris in the Champions League last campaign, they've played 19 games and have only won 5, losing 10, conceding 26 goals in that time. In comparison, Thomas Tuchel has won 16 of his last 20 games, and although the league is seen as easier, it is the manner of his management that has caught the eye of the Reds. United failed to qualify for this season's Champions League despite Solskjaer's brilliant run when he first took charge of the club. This season doesn't look much better, as United fan claims that the club has no identity on the pitch, and this was made even more evident in their recent 2-0 loss to West Ham in the Premier League. Tuchel's contract is up in 2021, and although he has won the Ligue 1 title and the Trophy de Champion, the main target for the Parisians is the Champions League. Failure to win this trophy could force the German out, but with his side getting off to an amazing start, beating Real Madrid 3-0 in their first group game fixture, and Neymar back to scoring ways, this might just be their year. But United fans, we want to hear from you. Should Solskjaer be given till the end of the season? Let us know in the poll above. So that was Transfer Talk for another week. What do you think of the stories? Do you see any of them happening? Let us know in the comments below. And as always people, like and subscribe. See you later.